Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey y'all. It's Sunday. I love Sundays. Sundays are the best. So, I went to a event yesterday. Actually, I went to two events yesterday, but one of the ones that I kind of wanted to tell you guys a little bit about. Well, more right now. I went to Apostle Nicole Bond. She has the 13th city tour. Yesterday was the first one. It was at her church. It's in High Point. It's the She Leads movement, I believe it's called. It's a tour, and it's really cool. It was really cool, right? And so um, one of the things that it was all about, just to tell you a little bit about, empowering women to really go after your vision, go after dreams, like telling the difference, because I couldn't get that word out, between visions and dreams. Like what the dream is, the idea, but like the vision is really going forth with the like steps, the actual plans of it. And so really like helping people get kind of cement in that understanding, and then so then that way they can then go forth and really, they have dreams, but then actually making the plans to make those dreams come to fruition. So really cool, really powerful. She has 13, well, she has 12 more. Quite a few still in North Carolina, quite a few that aren't really that far away. Like there's one in Charlotte. I don't even think she has posted that one yet. So if you're interested, like check it out. Definitely, I definitely got a lot from that event. And so one of the things she had to do, the first thing she had to do was just introduce ourselves to three people and like write down, like we had these little, like a sheet of paper, like and write down like something, like the question was, why are you here? And so you kind of learn a little bit about like the different people in the room, right? And so then at the end, she had us, well, after that, we like, met the people or whatever. She had us kind of like introduce other people, like say, who did you meet, right? And so sometimes when you're in those situations or in that like type of thing, like usually, you would like, basically like everybody in the room would get introduced at the end of it, usually, right? At least that's what I usually expect from those type of things. Like you wouldn't, if somebody already introduced somebody, you wouldn't even introduce them again. Like you wouldn't, but I guess because it wasn't necessarily introducing people, this is why that didn't actually go down, right? It was more so like, just tell me about somebody you met. So like if you met three people, that means three people met you. And so then that means they could all talk about you, right? And so like one of my purposes of going there was really to just like, get information, get kind of practical tools, just get wisdom just about anything, in any situation. Like if there's like a conference, there's a book, like I like to just get as much as possible. Like when it comes to like just resources, particularly if they're free. Like if they're free, like I'm there, done, say no more. I will be there. And like I like when it comes to free stuff, I'm there. I'm making the time. Like I do a lot of like conferences online. There's actually one going on right now. What's it called? Love to Lead, I think. That might be what it's called. But it's for like women in ministry, pretty much. I first heard about it from Heather Lindsay, and what it is, it's over the course of 14 days, which is kind of like, whoo, that's a lot. But it just talk about, it's just women kind of like encouraging other women as they do ministry, and how they, like, or are, I think some of them might be pastors' wives as well, but then that's still ministry too. So there's women who are leading in ministry, and then women like how they like their experiences, like giving like words of wisdom from that standpoint. It's kind of cool actually, because they have like a app that you can click on. So you literally click on the app and listen to the days. So it's literally over the course of like 14 days. So yeah, I basically been watching that the last couple days. I think they're on like day 5 or 6 or whatever. So anyways, like any type of resource, I try to like get it. If the book, conferences, I'm here for it, particularly if it's free, right? And so the purpose of me going to the event yesterday was so that I could, get more wisdom about, kind of growing this platform or whatever. And also just wisdom in general, just about ministry and all that kind of stuff. And so then, and so like I told, the people I was talking to, or I introduced myself about the page and all that kind of stuff, right? And so then in my mind, it's like, okay, well, everybody's going to introduce somebody else, right? Like I wouldn't have like, said, oh, I met this one person that somebody already else had talked about, because I'm like, well, we already know that person. Let me talk about somebody else. So it's crazy because I was looking on my list and I was like, okay, who am I going to like say I met? And at first I was going to do the lady who was sitting across from me because she was literally right there, right? But I was like, no, this one girl kind of stood out to me. She basically was talking about, the first thing she was talking about like purpose, but then she was talking about how she was like writing this book on worth. And I was like, man, that's really powerful. And it's crazy because something like immediately reminded me of this resource. I was like, yo, I need to send her this thing because like I was, you guys know I literally was talking about like identity, being firm in my purpose, more so the identity part of it, and then where from that, then being secure in my worth and all that kind of stuff. And so like I literally have just went through all this. So I was like, but I can give her that one resource that my mentor gave me to kind of get me on that whole thing, right? And so I was like, okay, cool. And I thought that was something that I really like resonated with me about her. And so I was like, okay, I met her. She's doing this, this, and this, right? Okay, cool. And so then like 2 people after me though introduced the same girl. Well, they didn't introduce her, but they talked about the same girl. I was like, bro, I literally just talked about her, like that I already said hers. And so I was like, y'all don't need to say it no more because I already said it, right? And so then it was crazy, right? Because then a third person said, oh yeah, and I met her, this lady, young lady right here. I was like, y'all didn't even introduce everybody in the room. And at first I was like, and that's crazy because like literally at that point, no one even said anything about me. I'm like, you know what, that's lame or whatever. But then I had to stop and think of like, wait a minute, this is literally a God moment. This is a moment where there's something happening. Like, catch it. Don't miss this moment. Something's happening. And there's a reason why she's being affirmed. And I was like, she's definitely being affirmed. Like, I don't know, maybe she was feeling some type of way or whatever. I don't know. Or, well, she said she was here to like, to get a piece of her purpose. And so I think if you're ever like, seeking purpose, you definitely want to be like secure in that. So I feel like this was like affirming that this is what she needed to be doing. Like this part of her purpose or part of the things that God like wants her to do is to write this book and how powerful this book is going to be for like other people, right? And so I feel like God literally used us to kind of affirm her in that moment. And so I was like, dang, that's crazy. It's like, and then the thought came to me, it was like, wow, like you literally helped in this moment. Like, is that going to be enough for you? Or are you still going to feel some type of way just because what you wanted for yourself, basically somebody else got? And I was like, yo, that's crazy. I like literally, that's like one of those like heart check moments because it was like, but I think I did all right, right? But I was just like, yeah, it's crazy because like in any situation, like if you're in the presence of the Lord, you're going to get something, but are you okay with helping someone get what you actually wanted, And so like I got a lot from that event yesterday, but that was like one of the things where, it was for me to help someone else get it. And so I just feel like as you're maturing in Christ, as you're maturing in your walk, you have to like stop looking at yourself, you kind of have to like really see like the bigger picture and really see like what is God trying to do in this particular moment, right? And so I feel like that was one of those moments for me yesterday. So it's like sometimes your God is gonna literally stop the entire show just so that you get everything you need. Like I see that happen plenty of times. That's happened to me. But then sometimes it's like you're gonna be on the side helping this other person get what they need. And I think that's pretty dope. So yeah, I think I just want to like encourage you guys to really like, stop making everything about yourself and like really see how God can use you for somebody else. Cause like the thing I heard was like, they was talking about joy and like, you're supposed to have like this continuous joy or whatever and like feeling of joy. And like, how do you really obtain that? The joy of the Lord. And one of the things they said was like, when you start, looking for ways to help other people, when you stop making this whole thing about yourself, but about the next person that you can possibly help, you're always going to have this continual feeling of joy. So then I just feel like that's something I'm working towards. So I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all today, or at least for right now. Actually, that's not all I got. But I actually have quite a few things to tell y'all about. I'm really excited about, but I'm just like say that for like tomorrow or later. Well, tomorrow my whole flyer comes out for the my next mini course, so I'm really excited about that, and I'll tell you guys more about that tomorrow. So yeah, have a good Sunday.